So today I want to talk about gamesmanship in sport, and particularly to do with children's sport and how I don't really like it and I don't really see a place in it. So keep on watching, keep on listening to find out more. Well, welcome back to consecutive day 1643 of the diary of a Runpreneur. And today's topic is all about gamesmanship in sport, and in particular children's sport, which I struggle to kind of comprehend. So reason for the episode is I jointly kind of assist with the management of an under 14s boys football team. So they're 13 and 14-year-old boys. Now it's kind of quite a developmental year for the boys, as many of them kind of progress to kind of man-like physiques with boy-like kind of minds. And so it's been an interesting season so far, with quite a lot of hormones flying about and all that side of things. But today, it wasn't the first time I've witnessed it, and I'm sure it won't be the last with this particular team. So my lads' team played against a local rivals team, and so they know a lot of the boys as they go to school with each other. But there's this one lad in particular, and to be fair, he's probably one of the very few that I've witnessed throughout kind of Colts football when I've been either reffing or managing over the past 7 or 8 years, and who constantly will sledge, which is a term in cricket where you try and kind of intimidate or get in the kind of mind of the opposition. And he does it constantly throughout the game, as in, you know, anytime he wins a header or makes a tackle, he'll celebrate aggressively by kind of shouting at the top of his voice in celebration. But I can kind of deal with that part, really, because, you know, if you make a good tackle or whatever and you've saved a potential goal or something, you see it in the Premier League, you know, they celebrate and high-five one another, that's fine. But where it became a step too far is when any of the team he was playing against, as in the team that I jointly assist with, was would make a mistake or miskick the ball or get shrugged off the ball. He would, you know, scream to his team that, oh, they can't handle it, they're scared, they're nervous, you know, he can't kick it, he can't catch it, as in terms of the keeper. And it got to the stage where he was so relentless with this kind of gamesmanship approach that it was quite intimidating for the boys, almost to a kind of a bullying degree. And I just don't think that, you know, to be honest with you, there's no kind of law against that type of behaviour, as far as I'm aware, in sport or in football, because obviously they get away with it in cricket. But under 14s football, if you were the coach of that team, I think it's classless, and I think there should be no place for it in children's football, because it's setting the wrong kind of precedence, it's setting the wrong kind of example of what acceptable behaviour is. And it also can quite often kind of create tension or difficult situations where emotions kind of run out of control, and you can result in some really big, nasty tackles, which kind of happened today as a result of all of this kind of sledging or gamesmanship to give them an unfair advantage. And the referee in question just let it kind of play, and I can understand, I'm not blaming the referee, I can understand why he did, because potentially there's no law about that. But I think because they will have to come to Willingham, where Willingham Wolves play, and which is the home side, and I will be reffing hopefully in the return. And I've already kind of thought this through, and I think I will have a word with this child in particular if he does it throughout the game when I'm reffing, because I think it's very distasteful. It's not kind of the right thing to do, and I think it does give their team an unfair advantage, which I don't think is the right way. So ultimately, the learnings from my diary today are that gamesmanship in sport is a controversial topic, because it can often give an unfair advantage. And I witnessed it I've witnessed it on a couple of occasions with this particular individual in a particular team, whereby he just constantly slates or antagonises or ridicules the opposition players and team, verbally, aggressively, which kind of G's up his own team and kind of intimidates his opposition. And although there's potentially no kind of law against it, I just think it's a classless, poor gamesmanship way of giving your team a potential advantage, an unfair advantage, in my opinion. And I just don't think there should be a place for it, certainly in children's football. You can kind of understand it a bit more at professional level sport, but at children's football or cult football, where, you know, they should be taught the right way to play, the right way to win, the right way to lose. And I personally think the coaches should have kind of nipped that in the bud, but clearly chose not to do so because it was clearly giving them an advantage. So the thrust of it is we lost 2-0, probably deservedly so, because the opposition team played well. But I think the influence of this individual with his constant sledging had a big part, and it certainly may have been a more competitive game if that didn't happen. But anyway, that's it from me. I'd love to hear your comments on it and thoughts. Any comments, I'll respond to everyone. But please do, though, if you believe in my mission of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, a distance of the lap of the world, barefoot style, then do give this a subscribe if you like and comment. More people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. Thank you as always. Stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you again tomorrow.